Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the match preview of AC Milan against Roma. Match will be played tomorrow, May 14 at 8:45 p.m. Italian time at the San Siro. It is the last match of the 2015-2016 Serie A season, and it's the most important match of the season for both of these teams as they both have objectives to reach by the end of tomorrow. Of course, Milan need to reach that 6th place position, and I've been trying over the course of the week to try to explain to you guys that there's only one scenario that Milan need to achieve in order to qualify for the preliminary stages of the Europa League, but some people are still not understanding, so once again, I'm going to repeat it right here. Milan need to win against Roma. There's no other result that they could get against them, and they need to hope that Sassuolo either ties or loses against Inter. That is the only scenario possible for Milan to achieve qualification to the preliminary stages of the Europa League, like I mentioned. As for Roma, they have an objective for themselves, and that is to reach the 2nd place position. And they're pretty much in the same boat as Milan. They need to pick up a win against us and hope that Napoli drops some points. However, Napoli is playing Frosinone, so it's a bit of a harder task for Roma to achieve that 2nd place, but anything is possible on the last match of the Serie A season. I've seen some very bizarre things happen on that last match day in previous years. You guys may recall that Max's goal just moments away from the full-time whistle against Siena, in which granted us Champions League qualification back a few years ago. That seems like a lifetime away now, but just to mention that anything could happen in these games. So we need to be open and hope that we could get a result against Roma. Now on paper, obviously Roma has a stronger team, and I'm not expecting much from this game. However, given the circumstances of this fixture, I'm predicting a pretty tight affair between these two teams. Both that wouldn't want to risk way too much. However, maybe in the second half of the game or near the closing stages, they will have to both push in order to get the result that they need. On paper, as I said, Roma have the better players all around the pitch. Up front, they have great threats such as El Shaarawy, Salah, Dzeko. And in the middle of the park, they have Nainggolan, De Rossi, Pjanic, just to name a few. In the back as well. So they're pretty much well covered everywhere. As I said, they're far superior than our team in terms of players, and they have one of the best attacks in all Serie A this season. However, I read yesterday an interesting statistic that Roma hasn't won at the San Siro against Milan since 2010, so hopefully that will play a positive part in our favor for tomorrow's fixture. But I'm not a man that really focuses on statistics, but more in terms of form. And Roma definitely have the better form at the moment, and they're going to want to close the season in with a bang. Now, let's take a look at the probable starting 11 for Milan, because obviously there will be a lot of changes considering the fact that some players are still not available for this fixture, and at the same time, they're being rested for the Coppa Italia final against Juventus, which will be played next Saturday. So let's take a look at it here, as Donnarumma is expected to start in net. Now, I did mention in today's video, the Milan news video that I posted earlier today, that Abbiati was going to get the chance to start in this game due to it being the last game before his retirement. However, there are several sources that are mentioning that Donnarumma will start now nonetheless. So I think it will be something that will be official once kickoff time gets closer. But for now, it seems that Donnarumma will actually get the start over Abbiati. As for the defense, we got Calabria starting once again on the right. In the middle, we got Mexes and Zapata. And Romagnoli will be playing on the left. Very curious to see how he's going to fare in that position. We haven't seen him all season round playing there. However, I guess it's a pretty solid back line. And with Antonelli missing, I think Romagnoli could definitely be a good replacement. As for the middle, we got Kuchka playing on the right, Locatelli in the middle, and Poli on the left. Locatelli being preferred to Montolivo is a very positive sign in my opinion. I'm curious to see what the young midfielder could do in this game. It's definitely going to be a heavy task for him. I'm not expecting great miracles, but it's definitely a sign that Montolivo isn't starting in this game. I don't know if it's just to preserve him for the Coppa Italia final, but to me, it's a positive, encouraging sign also for the fans. However, I'm a bit worried about this midfield. It's definitely not strong enough, in my opinion, to even fancy beating Roma. Definitely their midfield is way superior than ours at the moment. Poli and Kuchka. Kuchka had a good start to the season. However, afterwards, he kind of went downhill. So I'm not really sure if he could have a good performance in this game against Roma. And then we got Onda playing as a trequartista with Baca and Luis Adriano starting up front. Originally, Balotelli was supposed to start with Baca. However, recent reports mention that Luis Adriano will get the start with the Colombian, and I guess it just shows that Luis Adriano has been working hard in these past games, even though he hasn't been playing a lot. It seems like his work ethic is being appreciated for this upcoming fixture. So on paper, guys, I'm not really convinced about the lineup. As I said, I see many flaws in that midfield, and I don't think it could really compare with Roma's. But it's going to be a tough fixture. We already knew that, even if we had our starters. So I guess we could just hope for the best. There's nothing really else to do. But at this point, I mean, these are the players that we're going to go with. So hopefully we beat Roma and hope that Sassuolo drops the points. I don't believe it's going to happen. I think Sassuolo will end up getting that 6th place position. As I said in previous weeks, I think Milan's mind is already on the Coppa Italia final, and they know that they need to get the result in that game in order to access the Europa League. So let me know what you guys think about the lineup, about the fixture in general in the comments section below. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this last game of the 2015-2016 season. Do you think we can get the win against Roma? Do you think our players are just focused already on the Coppa Italia final? So let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything related to AC Milan on a daily basis. And I'll catch you guys later for another video. This has been Gio, signing off from Rossoneri TV. And as always, Forza Milan. Cristian Abbiati has announced that he will be retiring after tomorrow's match against Roma.